Set pieces that everyone was complaining of, probably the hardest thing to score in football. And they've got a cheat code for it. So in many ways, kudos to them. There's completely different levels to managing Bournemouth to Liverpool, don't get me wrong. The excuse I see for Chelsea is people keep saying it's a young team. I don't know how long you can be young for.
Hello again, this is Aidan McGee from Clutch 9 Football, powered by Betway, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by an England hero and ex-Chelsea and Manchester City player, Shaun Wright-Phillips. Welcome along. Just talking about Arsenal then, what did you make of the season as a whole? You're a fan, obviously your dad.
My dad's a fan.
You're not a fan?
No, I've been a Man City fan since I was like 15. Everybody just thinks because Dad played, I should be an Arsenal fan. But then I always say, why am I a Crystal Palace fan?
Yeah, true.
But I'm happy for them. I think across the scope of the season, I think consistently they were the better team. People might not have enjoyed how they played football, but it doesn't matter. They got the results and they won the Premier League based off of it.
Well, they're not the first side either to win the Premier League not playing perfect football, are they?
Right. When it's time to win, nobody cares about how perfect it is. If you're getting the results, you take it. Would you think all those players that have got that Premier League trophy around their neck
care about that? No, they don't.
They don't.
And if you think about all those Arsenal teams that did play good football under Wenger, particularly after the Invincibles, and that period after the Invincibles, probably about 6 years after that, ended up with nothing, didn't they?
And fans want to win. So
of course.
That's inevitability. But at the end of the day, set pieces that everyone was complaining of, probably the hardest thing to score in football. Mm-hmm. And they've got a cheat code for it. So in many ways, kudos to them. And if they can bring that game back when Arteta first went there, the times they went back-to-back trying to fight City for the title, if they can bring that game plan back with those set pieces, in many ways,
devastating.
They could be unstoppable.
We make out that set pieces are new in football. When I was a kid, most teams got their goals off set pieces.
Rory Delap.
Yeah. Well, now I'm thinking
Stoke away, long throw-ins.
In the cold, that swirling wind.
That's what I mean. They've always been there.
Yeah.
Just people haven't been as effective as Arsenal have this year.
Talking of the Premier League then, and Man City, Chelsea, I mean, how difficult is it going to be for City to replace Pep Guardiola? We've seen some managers do it well. We saw David Moyes go into Man United, struggled there after Fergie, didn't he? Arne Slot does well initially after Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, but then sort of fades after that. How do you see it playing out at Man City when someone's been there and had such sort of sustained success over 10 years, replacing that guy?
You don't replace him. I think the difference I would say between, say, an Arsenal, Man United and Man City, where they are right now, Pep his team came in with a philosophy and built a club with that philosophy, girls and boys, 7-year-olds, all the way up to the first team. And I think Pep knows that philosophy, has come in and worked with that. So the manager, yes, is changing, but the club's identity and philosophy still stays the same. Whereas when Fergie leaves and Wenger leaves, I don't think those clubs had that philosophy. It was just one manager's way of playing and another manager's way of playing.
The game's changed, isn't it? In that way.
Yeah,
clubs have changed.
I think because of that, City are in not a safer place, but I just feel as a club, they're in a better place.
I think so too. And that's because he's been making changes in the last 2 years in readiness for this moment, hasn't he? I mean, I don't think they're in bad shape to maybe go on and be the team to beat next season. Would you agree?
Oof. As a City fan, I would like to say yes. But you got to pay respect to Arsenal. They're the title defenders. So for me, they should be the team to beat because they're defending the title. Xavi Alonso, when he comes in for Chelsea, that causes a problem. And Gabriel, I'm a massive fan of him personally as a manager, going to Liverpool.
Clutch 9 is powered by our friends at Betway. Betway is your home for weekly free bets, free spins and so much more. Don't miss out. Head to Betway today. Bet the responsible way.
How's he going to cope with the pressure though? Because it's different, isn't it? Managing Bournemouth in front of 11,000 fans. Because it isn't just, you mentioned it when you played for England, it's not just about what happens on the pitch, it's managing what happens outside it.
Yeah, but I just think he's got that aura. I think there's completely different levels to managing Bournemouth to Liverpool, don't get me wrong, but when you see his aura and the way he transformed players and the way they played for him and the teams that they beat under him, and he's not far off a mixed way that Bournemouth team played, a mix between a Klopp and a Pep. in terms of the passing and all of that, and then the aggression is Klopp, where they're always on the front foot. So I think he's going to just slip right into Liverpool perfectly fine, and I think the fans will love him.
And what about Maresca? It looks like continuity for me.
Yeah, that he knows that he's been there. He knows the club. He knows the way the club want to play. There will be a few tweaks in it, which is normal, because he has different ideas and
Well, players come and go as well, don't they?
yeah, players do, and can imagine there'll be a few new players coming in, and he'll have to fit them in somewhere if they're ready to play straight away. But I think his biggest challenge is that there's a lot of them where the World Cup by the time pre-season start, he ain't gonna have that full squad there with him until maybe 10 days before the Community Shield game.
Does that make a big difference, do you feel? I mean, it didn't matter to Bayern Munich last summer, did it? They went deep into the Club World Cup, but they still managed to do well in the league and in the Champions League.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know.
I thought it was used as an excuse for Chelsea last season a bit.
No, I don't. The excuse I see for Chelsea is people keep saying it's a young team. I don't know how long you can be young for, to be honest with you.
Not that long.
I think, like you look at, say, that Chelsea team, I reckon a lot of those players have played in the Premier League 2 seasons or more. Mm-hmm. You're experienced enough now.
Yeah, 60-odd appearances.
Yeah, you're experienced enough to know what the Premier League is. And I think that should determine your age, not the number itself. Because
determine the expectations.
So I think that has been used as a cop-out for them in many ways, because I think they have fantastic players at that team. And I think personally, they, as a club, they've underachieved whichever manager they had until Maresca. And they were starting to turn things around. And then
he was harshly got rid of, wasn't he? I know he technically resigned, but
I would have never allowed it to happen if I was them as owners, because of what he had done in such a short space of time. They're the people you're meant to keep, because he had everybody playing the way the fans wanted him to play. They were winning stuff again, and there was a little bit of buzz and excitement back around at Stamford Bridge.